After 3 years, it's finally happened. I curbed my wheel. So from this distance, you probably can't even see it, but it's on the rear driver side wheel or the rear right-hand side wheel, and there it is there. So what happened was I was pulling out of a charging station, and there happened to be a concrete curb just around this area here on the floor, and as I was pulling out that way, I totally forgot there was some concrete on the bottom here, and as I pulled out, I turned to the right rather too quickly, and the wheel just nicked the corner of that curb there, leaving me with this curb rash that we see here. So right now it looks rather ugly because it is a bit dirty, so the dirt gets into the grooves and then it really shows on the silver rims here. So what I think I'll try and do is maybe I'll try and sand it down a little bit, maybe get rid of that color transfer. So I don't know if you can see on camera, there's a little bit of yellow there because there was a bit of yellow paint on that curb. So maybe sand it down a bit just to see if I can make it less apparent from this distance maybe. So we'll see how that goes. All right, just gonna try and clean it as best I can. So this is just a wet cloth. Just wiping it a bit, see if I can get some of that dirt out of that there. Yeah, that color transfer is very deep inside that there. So it still looks very yellow to my eye. Probably not much I can do with this cloth. So next, let's mask off the area around the rim so that I don't touch any part that's unnecessary. Okay, so I've masked off the part as close as I can to the area. Obviously you want to keep it as tight as possible, otherwise you're going to be sanding down the good part of the wheel, which we kind of want to minimize where possible. So I'm going to start with a lighter grit sandpaper first, just to see what it looks like. So this is a P2000 sandpaper, so let's just start with a bit of this. Hopefully we can get rid of some of the color transfer, and it might be good enough. Wish me luck. I think that's already a lot better. You can still see some marks there. Let's get some cloth, wipe it down, see what that looks like. Might add a little bit more. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. I guess it's not as dark in color. It's a bit more silver-like. So let's just zoom in a little bit there. So that's what it looks like now. It's not as glossy, so it still might be visible, but at least it's not like a dark patch. It's kind of like a lighter silver patch. Okay, so let's take this off and see what it looks like against the rest of the wheel. Still looks a bit visible. Oh, actually, yeah, let's move it to a different angle. Depending on the angle you're at, it really affects how visible it is. So from this angle, it's more visible because I'm actually in my garage and the sun is coming from this way. So there's a shadow coming down from this side, so that's why it's very visible. But if you go more towards this side, it becomes slightly less visible once there's a bit more light on it. So I do have some silver touch-up paint here. It's Tesla Sonic Silver. I believe this is supposed to be the same color as the one on the wheel, but obviously it's never exactly the same. I painted it on some tape just next to it, just to see if it matches. Obviously, can't really tell in the light, and also the background here is yellow. I think I might just leave the wheel as it is. I don't trust myself. I feel like I'm going to screw it up. So let's pull this into the sun and take a look at what that looks like. Okay, I just opened up the other door of the garage, and from this angle, you can barely see that it's there. If you zoom in a bit, then yep, you can see it there. That's the part that I sanded down. I think it's good enough. It just looks like a dirty wheel from this distance, so I think I'm happy with that. So yeah, I think I'll just leave it there in case I make it any worse. So anyway, hope this was useful, and thanks for watching. So what do you guys think? Should I paint it? Or should I not? So that's just the painted silver tape that I just taped over it, just to see if the color matches or not. So that's with the silver tape on, that's with it off.